Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next game in the 2024 Demolition League. We're in Oakland, California for the game between the Minnesota Twins, who have the only unbeaten record in the league at 3-0, against the surprising 2-1 Oakland A's. Paul Deli's Twins against Mark Kotze's A's. Starting pitching matchup, Alex Wood on the mound for the A's, left-hander. He had 9 starts on the season, 1-3, 5.26 earned run average. Chris Paddack, a right-hander, is on the mound for the Twins, 5-3 with 17 starts, a 4.99 earned run average. And now we'll look into rest rolls for both teams. So we go to our rest roll chart, solitaire rest chart, and pull up we'll do Minnesota first, and we'll pull up the previous score sheet to see who played where and see who might need to be rested. Hello, Scott, and hello, Mark. Good to see you. Tabby is doing wonderful. She's down the hall. She's been enjoying the fact that it's mild here. It's been in the mid-70s and overcast, a little humid, but not bad. But I've had the windows open, so she loves fresh air, and that's what she's been enjoying so much, beating the heat, as they say. All right, so we're going to roll, and the D6 is going to tell us which position we're looking for. So that's a 4. So I don't know how well it shows up on the stream here, but a 4 talks about shortstop. Let me get it on the screen here. 4 talks about shortstop, left field, and first base. Those are the 3 positions that we're going to be looking for. Hello, Chuck. Mark, I will do that before I start the game. Let me get all these, get the lineups and everything straight, and before first pitch, I'll go over the robbing the home runs real quickly. I don't do it in the replay, but I know how to do it, so I will be more than happy to show you. All right, so we rolled a 4, which is shortstop, left field, and first base. So we look at the previous game for Minnesota. See who played Correa. Left field is Martin, and first base is Santana. All right, we'll look at all these guys. Now, I did go ahead and pre-fill in the lineup for the Twins for today, but Martin is not in the lineup, but if Santana or Correa need to rest, I will pull them and put somebody else in. So we're going to look at, and we'll bring back the sheet. We're looking at their number of plate appearances, at-bats plus walks. Correa, 319 plus the 40 is 359, so that means he has to rest, guaranteed. He did not make it past the 374, so Carlos Correa will have to leave the game. He will not be able to start this game. Hello, Pete. And so now here's Santana, 521 and 65. That's a 586. So we come over here to the chart, 586. The only way he's got rest is if we roll a 1. Anything else he can start. And he makes it through. So the only one that needs to rest is going to be Correa. So the Twins will have to pull out a new shortstop. And I'll go ahead and bat him second since that's where I had Correa. So Correa can pinch hit after the 7th inning, but he can't start the game. So we'll go to the Twins and see who can play shortstop for him. And that might be an issue as well. Don't know if they have that many shortstops on their roster. May have to move somebody around. Yeah, Willie Castro can play short. So they're going to move Willie Castro from left field to shortstop because they just don't have a whole lot of shortstops going for him. Castro's a 4E10. So he's a 4 with an E10. I realize it's messy. I don't have my correction tape with me or my whiteout, so I'm going to have to just wing it. So he's a 4E10 is Castro. He will move from left field to shortstop. And then now we need a left fielder. Well, that's a lot easier to get to because they've got more guys that can play left field. And one of those is going to be Austin Martin. He is a right-handed hitter, so he will play left field. So we'll go in here into left field, and we'll use Austin Martin. He is a 3 plus 1. So he's a 3 with 1 and an E3. Again, I realize it's messy. My correction tape screwed up on me. So I just have to do this. And it will be Martin, not Correa. Let me see if I can get my correction tape to work. It was messing up on me before. I don't think it's going to work this time because it's all messed up. It's a chance I take for pre-filling the lineups when I'm doing injuries. I don't think that's going to work for me, though. It's the tape is all messed up. Worked a little bit, I guess. All right, so it's Martin in left field as they scratch out Correa. Keep in mind, Correa can pinch hit. So the lineup's going to be Buxton in center, Martin in left, Santana at first, Jeffers DH, Miranda at third, Castro at short, Kepler in right, Vasquez catching, and Farmer at second base. Will be the Twins lineup. Now we do the same thing for Oakland. Look at Oakland's previous game and look at who they have and go to our D6 and find out what position is going to be checked for injury. That's a 1. So 1 says center field, third. Let me see if I don't know if it shows up very well again. I'll try to get close as I can on this. 1, center field, third base, and DH. All right, so we'll look at who those positions are. Center field, third base, and DH. Center field is Ruiz. I know he's got to be, well, he's not even in the lineup, so I don't have to worry about him because he's not in the lineup that I've got set up. So center field, third base, and DH. All right, at third base in the previous game was Hernandez, and Hernandez is down here. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to be changed out because Hernandez only had 120 at bats. So the A's will have to make a move for a new third baseman. And let's see who they're going to go to here. They're going to go ahead and go to, well, they just don't have a whole lot at third base, do they? They will go with Tyler Nevin. Tyler Nevin can play third base. So we will take Hernandez and use Tyler Nevin at third base. He is a 4 E19. Is Tyler Nevin. Should do these lineup in pencils if I'm going to do it this way. And Nevin runs at a 10. Martin actually runs at a 14, better than Correa was doing. All right, and the DH in the previous game was Toro, so we've got to check him as well. He was the DH in the previous game, so let's see if he has to rest. Toro, 337 and 20 is 357. 357 does not meet the minimum, so he has to rest. So we need somebody else to be a second baseman for the A's. So 2 of the A's guys have to leave the game due to rest. So the A's will need a second baseman. And we'll see who they choose for that. They're going to choose, I believe, the only guy they have left to play out there is Nick Allen. So Nick Allen's going to play second base. We'll put Allen in place of Toro. Realize this is not very professional, but I never said I was. 2E13. I will eventually get my whiteout up here to fix all this, but not tonight. All right, so Nick Allen, second base. Now Toro and Hernandez can both pinch hit later on after the 7th inning, but for injury purposes, they have to go. All right, I don't see it. I see it that it's not doing the blend of Carlisle, but it is kind of doing a. It is kind of blurry a little bit. Hopefully that will clear up shortly. I'm hoping so. Right now it's mimicking my score sheet after the injury adjustments. So hopefully it will. Already did the ballpark effects for Oakland. And it's going to be average weather. So Oakland singles are 5 for lefties, 8 for righties. Home runs are 1 for both, as it is average weather. Pixelating, yes, I know, Robert. I don't know anything I can do to fix it. It says I have good internet on my laptop, so I don't know what the problem is. It's got to be a YouTube thing, the YouTube app, or sometimes it stuff just clears up on its own too. So that's what we're hoping for. Make sure I've got all my A's where they're supposed to be. We got Butler, Lede, Langoliers, Rooker, Brown, Schumann, Noda, and I need Allen and Nevin to finish off. So there's Nevin and there's Allen. All right, so now we've got our lineups all set and ready to go. I wanted to show the Robin home runs because Mark asked me about that, but I don't want to do it while it's pixelating, because then nothing is going to be accomplished that way, because you won't see what I'm trying to show. Hopefully it will clear up momentarily. I don't know if it's... Looks like it's gotten a little bit better from what I can tell. Looks like it's pretty clear now. Is it cleared up on you guys' end? Because on my phone I'm looking at it and it looks like it's clear. I mean, besides the messy score sheet, is it clear? That's what I'm asking. I think it is, because on my end it's showing that. Okay, thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. All right, so Mark asked me about robbing the home runs. All right, let's go to that section in the rule book. Section in the rule book. It's on page 17 here in the back. It's right next to the ground ball super advanced chart that I like to use. So first of all, you have to figure out if the ballpark will allow robbing home runs. And the way you tell that is on the ballpark chart. It's got these little asterisks here that tell you either it can or cannot be robbed. So when there's a double asterisk, that means left field and right field are both eligible to be robbed of home runs. If it's just an asterisk to the left, then that means left-handed batters, you can rob home runs, but right-handers, you can't. Like in Cleveland, you can't rob home runs against lefties. There's no asterisk there because they got a big scoreboard up in right field, but you can in left field. So that means right-handers can be robbed. So that's the first thing to figure out is, are you in a ballpark where you can rob home runs? Some ballparks don't have anything on here. Like look at Toronto, for instance, or Texas. They have nothing listed. So that means you can't rob home runs, period. Let's see here. Or when did I get this backed up? Hold on. Or is this right field? Doesn't make any sense on this weather chart. Maybe it makes sense on the regular chart without the weather. Let me see if I can find that. Actually, I'm not using that now, so I don't have it in front of me. Let's see what it says here. To use this chart, first locate the home team section of the chart. The reference 142nd page. Okay. Now, see, this doesn't say anything about robbing home runs. I think the other one does. I don't have the right sheet. Oh, here we go. It's on the national. It's on this side. Okay, they're talking about on this side. Okay, robbing home run rule 14.5. An asterisk to the left of the team name indicates a home run cannot be robbed for a lefty batter. Oh, it cannot be robbed. Okay, so the asterisk means it can't be robbed. If there's no asterisk, it means it can be robbed either way. So that's what makes sense. Okay, that's what makes sense. Okay, that makes sense now. An asterisk to the right of the team indicates a home run cannot be robbed for a righty batter. And that makes sense. You look at Fenway Park, the Green Monster. You can't rob a home run for right-handed hitters. That's why there's an asterisk here. But you can rob them for lefties. But you look at Baltimore, Camden Yards, you can rob them either way you go. So that's the first thing you want to do is check what ballpark you're playing in and can they be robbed. Like in this case, we're playing in Oakland. You can rob home runs on either. I'm sorry, you cannot rob home runs on either side. The wall is too tall in Oakland to rob home runs. So since there's a double asterisk, can't rob home runs. Same with Tampa Bay, can't rob home runs. So that's what that means. That's the first thing you got to check is can you rob home runs or not. Then you have to figure out what batter is at the plate. If it's a lefty batter at the plate, you take a home run chance. Let's look at Lawrence Butler. Is he a good candidate? Yeah, let's look at Lawrence Butler. He's a good candidate. Lawrence Butler right here. Let's say we were doing advanced and not doing the super advanced, just doing advanced. Or saying we're not doing ballpark, so whatever the case may be. Or let's just, for simplicity's sake, let's say the ballpark matches this number and it's 16. So 1 to 16, he hits a home run. 17 to 20, he's out. If we roll a 16 or a 17, which is the top number of the home run success rate or the bottom number in the unsuccess rate, anything in these two results, you trigger the robbing the home run possibility. Butler is a left-hander. So a left-handed batter means that if it's the last number in the home run range, which in this case would be 16, we would check the right fielder defense to see if he can rob the home run. If it's the last number or the first number in the flyout range, which is 17 in this case, we'll check center fielder. So in this case, let's say, for instance, we rolled a 17, checking for a home run, and it says it's an out, but it might be a home run. It is the first number in the flyout range. So we would be looking at the center fielder in this case. So what we're going to do is look at the center fielder and say that's Byron Buxton. Say Byron Buxton is the center fielder, and he is a 2-rated center fielder. We go to the outfielder rating of a 2, and we roll the D20. If it's a 1 to 7, it's a home run. If it's 8 to 20, then he's going to rob the home run because he's a good fielder. But if you got like a 4-rated fielder, 1 to 15 is a home run, 16 to 20 is going to be out of here. And the only difference between checking a right fielder or a center fielder or a left fielder or a center fielder is whether it's in the last number of the home run range or the first number in the out range. I may do a robbing the home run at some point just for purpose, instructional purposes or whatever. But that's basically in a nutshell how it goes. I know it's kind of fast, but that's kind of in a nutshell how you do that. First thing, check to see if you can rob home runs. Check for asterisks. Any asterisk on the ballpark means that batter's side cannot be robbed. And then once it passes that check, then you go to the rule book and look in that section and determine if it's the last number in the home run range or the first number in the out range. That's what triggers it. Oh boy, now we're getting circles in the sand. Just what I needed. All right, now it's coming back again, I think. Boy, this Xfinity thing is just driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. All right, I think we're okay now. All right, here is Alex Wood. He will get the start. He's a left-hander. His catcher hold with the catcher Langoliers is a -2. He's a 0. Langoliers is a -2. Byron Buxton is at the plate. And let me do this. I was finishing up the lineup. I did the one for Minnesota, but now I need to finish it because, of course, I got to make these changes. So Martin's batting second and Castro moves to short. And then for Oakland, we're going to have Butler lead off and right. We have Paddack in center. He hits second. Hitting third is Langoliers behind the plate. Rooker's the DH. He will bat cleanup. Hitting fifth is Seth Brown. If you remember Seth Brown, he hit 2 home runs in one game that we did earlier. So he's in left. Schumann is the shortstop, and he will bat sixth. Noda is at first base, and he will bat seventh. Then the change is Allen takes over at second base, batting eighth, and the new third baseman is going to be Hernandez. I'm sorry, Nevin, because Hernandez had to rest. So that should get us to where we need to be. And we are ready to go. From Oakland. All right. Alex Wood finishing up the warm-up tosses. This is his first start naturally, so he has no record or ERA. Byron Buxton is the leadoff man. He's hitting .385, a homer and a run driven in 19 at-bats. And we're underway from Oakland. 3-7, Buxton against the lefty. That's a 1-8 double. 9-20 is a single to be a leadoff single for Byron Buxton. So Buxton, a leadoff single, and he's looking to run. He needs a 7 to get the lead. That's a 9. He cannot get the lead. That'll bring up Austin Martin. Martin in left field, starting this game in place of the needing to be rested Correa. 1-4, left-handed, struck him out. First strikeout for Alex Wood. One away. And that will send up Carlos Santana. He was subject to rest, but he had enough at-bats where he didn't have to worry about it. Yeah, midlife injury check or rest checks. Had to do rest checks. And Correa had to rest, so I had to put Martin in his place and move Castro from left field to short. Toro had to rest, had to put Allen in his place, and Hernandez had to rest and had to put Nevin in his place. So yeah, a little bit messy. Didn't have my correction tape wasn't working very well. So Mark, I hope that was decent. Like I said, I may try to do something a little bit more thorough than that. That was the Reader's Digest version. So all right, here is Santana. And Santana is 4 for 10, hitting 400. No homers, a run driven in. Switch hitter batting right-handed, 4-11. That's another strikeout for Alex Wood. And there's 2 away. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Ryan Jeffers. Usually catches, but they want to keep his bat in the lineup, so he's the DH tonight. 1-7, and he flies to center, and that's going to do it. Nothing doing for the Twins. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Minnesota nothing. Oakland coming to bat. Twins, of course, the only undefeated team in the Demolition League at 3-0. And now Chris Paddack is out. This, of course, is his first start of the season. Lawrence Butler usually bats lower in the order, but he's batting leadoff in this one as the A's try to get some production from the leadoff man. Butler's hitting 200, 2 out of 10, a home run, 1 run driven in. 1-7, and he grounds it to short. So Oakland still trying to find a good leadoff man, just haven't found one yet. But it's only been 3 games, so they may, continue to experiment. That'll bring up J.J. Bleday. He is 0 for 7 on the replay with 2 strikeouts. That's a 6-9. Now Paddack's injury chance is 6-9. He just hit it. Woods is 6-7. Paddack's is 6-9, so we'll resolve it, but it could be injured. So 6-9 against the lefty. He's a ground ball shortstop X. We're looking at Castro. He's a 4E10. 4-12, he should get to that. 4-12 for a shortstop is good. That's an 11, and he is an E10. There is no 11, so it's a good play. But now we need to check Paddack for an injury. He could be coming out of this game very early, and it could be bullpen city for the Twins. So Paddack, go over here to our injury chart. Actually, it's in the it's actually on the super advanced score sheet. I don't have to go to the rule book. It's the same place where the rest rolls are. So all I got to do is bring this in. And 1-6, he can stay in the game. Anything higher than that, he's going to come out. That's a 20. Boy, he's going to be out for a long time. 60 there. But it's an asterisk, which means, let's see here. How many starts did Paddack have? He had 17. Maximum injury is 30 games. But since it's 1/3 of the league, it's going to be 10 games. So Paddack will be out 10 games. He is out 10 games. I'll have to put him on the injury list and call up another starter for another day. But right now, the Twins will need some bullpen arms to try to get through this 8 1/3 innings that they have to now cover. That's why it's a Demolition League, folks. Anything can happen, and all bets are off. So looking at their bullpen, Cole Sands has a 2 for his relief rating, which is the most anybody has on their roster. So in the bullpen. So Cole Sands will come in relief. Sands, 0 hold. 0 for Vasquez, so it's a 0. So 2/3 of an inning for Paddack, and he's out of there. That's what happens when you do injuries. You can get these things. Hey Tony, I'm glad you're feeling better. So we will bring in Cole Sands to pitch, and he's going to go as long as he can go. If they can get 2 1/3 innings out of him, if he can pitch through the rest of this inning to get the third out and then pitch the second and third inning, they'll be happy. So Cole Sands. Why is it not letting me replace Cole Sands? You know why? Because Paddack hasn't faced 3 batters yet. All right, so what I'm going to have to do is modify this. Because he has not faced 3 batters, Paddack will finish out the inning, and then he'll be injured for 10 games. I don't have a way to work around it because I've got the thing set up for 3-batter rule. So even with an injury, because the game doesn't know he's injured, I'm trying to tell him he's injured, but it's not going to work. So I'm going to have to let him pitch to Langoliers. Langoliers is 0 for 6 on the replay, and he struck out 5 of the 6 times. 3-9, and that's a ballpark blast, but it's only a 1, so that's going to be a deep fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. Now we'll put the little thing there. So Paddack is actually going to go 1 inning. It didn't let me change him out because of the 3-batter rule. Now I can change him out going forward, but I was wondering why it wouldn't let me do that, but the Strat computer was finicky, wouldn't let me do it. So at the end of 1, we got no score. And this score sheet looks like it's been through a demolition league with all this stuff going on. But good stuff. All right, here is Miranda, third baseman for the Twins. He will lead off the top of the second. He's hitting 167, 1 out of 6 on the replay. He is at third base in this one. 4-9, and Wood, fly ball to right field. Hauled in by Butler, 1 away, and Wood has done pretty well so far, despite what he did in real world, which wasn't very good. Here's Willie Castro. He was going to be left field, but he had to move to shortstop because of the injury or the rest period of Correa. Castro on the replay is 1 for 9, hitting a .111. That 1 hit was a double, and he does have a run driven in. 5-7, and that's a ground ball second base X. We're looking at Allen. He's a 2E13. 2 and a 14, he'll get to it. E13 and an 11. Second base, E13, no 11, so it's good play for Allen. And that's 2 away. Castro retired. Now here's Max Kepler, right fielder. Kepler is 1 for 1. He hasn't. This is his first start of the season. He is 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter. 6-4, lefty on lefty, ballpark single check. It's 1-5, but that's a 20. So that'll be a fly ball to right, and that's going to end the inning. So Alex Wood, 2 shutout innings against the first place Twins. That's a good question, Midlife. I have not done injuries while actually playing the computer game straight up, so I don't know how it does that. I'm sure it's factored into the card somewhere, but I don't know for sure how they do it. Like I said, I've never tried it, so I don't know. Yeah, I've got the 2023 rosters on the CPU, so I'm just using them for name only, and I'm inputting the stats and got them on the teams they belong to, but I don't have the 24 season. So next season, when I get the 25 season cards and computer, maybe I can come up with that answer for you. Oh, action. It does great. I mean, I'm using it to score the game as I play it. I scored on the pad and I scored on the computer. Manual entry mode. And it does very well. Keeps all my stats for me. Very happy with it. It's not, there's no bells and whistles. It's all just, but it works. It's functional. All right. So bottom of the second, rather, and Brent Rooker, DH. He's hitting .455 on the season in 11 at bats. Does have a triple and a run batted in. Cole Sands, a new pitcher, 2-7. And Cole Sands has pitched 1 inning, gave up nothing in his 1 inning of relief previously. 2-7 for Rooker, struck him out. Cole Sands still hasn't given up anything. So strikeout of Rooker. Midlife it might, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in a position to know. Here's Seth Brown. Brown 2 for 4. Both those hits are home runs. Hitting 500, 2 homers, 3 driven in. 5-7, and that's another strikeout. So Sands comes in and strikes out the first 2 he faces. And I'm hoping this is the only sand we see in this video, in the stream, and don't see circles in the sand anymore. That's the only Sands I want to see is Cole Sands. All right, here's Schumann. He is 0 for 2. Had a couple of late game appearances and at bats, but no hits to the two at bats. Has not started. This is his first start. 4-7, and Cole Sands strikes him out. So he comes in and strikes out the side. Talk about quite a relief appearance for Cole Sands. He strikes out the side. And we will go to the 3rd inning. Midlife, I'm looking on the manual entry area now. There's no place for an injury on manual entry to injure a guy manually. A little upgrade that they could do would be nice to do, but there's no way I can injure him manually. There's no option for it on the manual entry. Hello, Bill. Good to see you. Apologize in advance for the messy score sheet. But rest rolls took over, and a couple guys had three guys had to rest and had to move around a 4th guy. So that's what happened there. All right, so top of the 3rd, no score. Christian Vasquez up for the Twins. Vasquez is 2 for 8 with a 250 average. A double is included in that. 2-9 against Wood is another strikeout for Alex Wood, his 3rd. So Wood strikes out Vasquez, and that brings up Kyle Farmer. Farmer on the replay is 2 for 5, hitting 400, no homers and run driven in. 6-8, and 6-7 is the injury check for Wood, not 6-8. So 6-8 is a base on balls. And that'll put Farmer at first base. That's the first walk issued by Wood. Farmer can get a chance to get the lead, but he's picked off on a 7, 8, and a 10. He stole 3 bases. He got caught 5 times. Wow. You know what? We're going to take a chance. I'm aggressive on base running. We're going to take a chance. All right, so 2 through 6 and 11 and 12, he gets the lead. 7, 8, or 10, he is picked off. That's a 10, he gets picked off. So Wood picked him off. Caught stealing, whatever you want to call it. I call it pick off. And quickly 2 away, base is empty. As Farmer is done for, and Byron Buxton will step up. He singled his first chance. Hello, Cosmo. Good to see you. Hey, Colin. I don't have my whiteout with me, and I had to make changes due to rest rolls. I guess I learned my lesson not to do the lineup in advance without having whiteout or something with me. So here's Byron Buxton. 3-8 left-handed is a single. So Buxton 2 for 2. And he may be looking to get the lead. He needs a 7. Doesn't get it, so he will hold. And here's Austin Martin. This is Austin Martin. This was Carlos Correa's spot, but he had to rest, so I brought Austin Martin in his place in left field and moved Castro from left field to shortstop. So that's what happened with the Twins lineup. Here's Martin. Martin struck out his first chance. He will fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Twins there. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, no score. And again, Chris Paddack was injured after 2 batters, but the Strat-O-Matic computer wouldn't let me take him out until he faced 3 batters. So he pitched the first inning, but Cole Sands came in second and he struck out the side. And now he's going to be facing Ryan Noda for the Oakland A's. Noda on the replay is 1 for 4. That one hit was a double. He's got a run batted in. Hello, Ernest. Welcome back. 2-8, and that's going to be a strikeout again. So Cole Sands has struck out all 4 he has faced since coming into the ball game. And here comes Nick Allen, second baseman. Allen on the replay is 2 for 7, hitting .286. No homers or runs driven in. That's a 6-8 for Cole Sands. I don't think he's injured on a 6-8, but I'll double check it. He's probably more like a 6-11 or something. Let's see, Minnesota Sands, he's a 1, so that's 6-12. So keep in mind, Cole Sands is 6-12 for his injury. So 6-8 is good. It's a pop out to short, and that is out number 2. 2 up and 2 down, and that's going to send up Tyler Nevin. He's playing third base. He had to take the place of Hernandez, who had to be rested. So Tyler Nevin will give it a shot. 1-6, and he's going to ground it right back to Sands for a quick 1-2-3 inning. And that's going to do it for the A's here in the third. We played 3, no score. From the Oakland Coliseum, or whatever the heck name they called it, Oakland Alameda, like 15 different names of this thing. Ooh, head colds. I don't like those. Those are not fun. I sympathize with you because I've had them and they're not fun. All right, here's Carlos Santana. He struck out his first time. 1-6, and he's going to get a single. Leadoff single for Carlos Santana. He is no threat really to run, though. So he will stand pat, and they will go to the DH, Ryan Jeffers. Havoc roll for Wood. Nothing happening. 1-4 for Jeffers. He's going to strike out. And for Alex Wood, that's strikeout number 4. So Wood, despite being 1-3 with a 5.26 earned run average, is pitching quite well. And here's Jose Miranda playing third base in this one. 1-7. Ground ball to short. That's going to be a 6-4-3 tailor-made double play. Just what the doctor ordered. And the inning's over. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score. And Sands will come out for his third inning of work. He's gone 2 innings. His relief factor is a 2, but he hasn't given up anything. So he's got some juice still left to go. They're going to try to get a third inning out of him. And here's Lawrence Butler. Butler grounded to short at first chance. 1-8, and he's going to strike out this time around. So for Sands, that's strikeout number 5. So he puts the K on Butler, making sure that Butler didn't do it. And here's J.J. Bleday. 6-8. Sands again. 6-12 is his injury factor. Left-handed, 6-8. Fly ball to left. 2 down. And here's Shea Langoliers, the catcher. Flew to left his first time up. 5-7, and he's going to fly to center. And how about that? Cole Sands going to pitch 3 innings, face 9 batters, retire them all, striking out 5. I'd say that's one of my better relief appearances I've ever pitched in Strat-O-Matic for one guy. And he certainly bridged the gap, and now they can go to the regular bullpen. But he saved them by going 3 innings. And now Alex Wood is at start the top 5th. The 4th was his fatigue inning. He only gave up 1 hit, so he's still got some juice left. And we'll see what he can do against Alex Wood. Castro grounded to second his first time up. 3-9, and he's going to strike out. Alex Wood with strikeout number 5. That'll bring up right fielder Max Kepler, the only left-hander in the Minnesota lineup, to face the lefty Wood, 5-8. And it's another strikeout. There's a dot there, but he's not tired yet. So Wood gets the K. 2 down. And all I can say is, and forgive me for this very, very bad pun, but all I can say is I'm glad I'm playing this game tonight, because if I played it at 8 a.m. tomorrow, I really wouldn't want to have to deal with morning Wood. So we're going to go with nighttime Alex Wood. Here's Christian Vasquez. 5-2 is a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. Wood might be able to go 6. Still got some fatigue left. And now the Twins will need a new pitcher, as Sands did really, really well. And they're going to go to Cody Funderburk. He can also pitch 2 innings of relief. So Funderburk will be in there. They want Funderburk to pitch the 5th and the 6th, and that would really set them up for their main bullpen guys later on. So Funderburk it is. Something got messed up on my Strat-O-Matic computer. I got to figure out what's going on here. Let me check and see. Something didn't get right on my play-by-play because I'm off per what's on the score sheet. Oh, I just didn't put his... Okay, that's what it was. Wait a minute. Okay. Rounded to short. All right, got it. Okay, so Funderburk is going to be coming into the ball game, and we'll get the numbers on Funderburk. This will be his 2nd appearance on the replay. He is 0-0 with no saves. He has an ERA of 9. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 run, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. The 1 run he gave up was a home run. So he will try to keep things where they are, and he's going to face Brent Rooker, the designated hitter, Seth Brown, and Schumann. 3-12 for Rooker, and that is a single to right field. How about that, Brent Rooker? And he's been doing well. He's hitting .417 coming into this at bat. He's hitting better than that now. He's actually is a threat to run with a 6, and Funderburk's a +2. So that's going to make him a +2. So if he gets the lead, it's a 1-18. Got to go for that. He needs a 6. And he gets the 6. How about that? He's an 18. Being held is a 16. But +2 again makes it an 18. The T rate on Vasquez is a 6. They'll take the chance and throw through. It's a 2, so it's a possible throwing error on Vasquez, a 1-6. And it is a 6. He is going to throw the ball away, so he probably should have ate it. But he was trying for Rooker. So it's a stolen base for Rooker and then an E2 on Vasquez. That's why it pays to be aggressive on the base pass. Stolen base plus the error on Mr. Vasquez. And wind up at third base with nobody out is Brent Rooker. All right, Cosmo, you a good one. I'm going to just drop my D20. I think it went in Tabby's little perch here. And it did. Somehow it found that way there. All right, here is Seth Brown. The infield for the Twins is going to play in. That's a 1. It's possible. Well, it's not possible because he's got a 20 wild pitch rating. So that's going to be a wild pitch that's going to bring home a run. Don't know if it's earned yet or not because of that error. Depends on what else happens in the inning. But the A's will take it. They lead it 1-0. How about that to score a run? A single, stolen base, and an error, and then a wild pitch. 3-5 to Seth Brown. Struck him out. 1 away. So Funderburk has to settle back and get out of the rest of this inning. Here's Max Schumann. Struck out his first chance. 4-7, and that's a 1-18 single. That's a base hit for Max Schumann. And Schumann will be looking to certainly get a lead. He needs a 6 to do so, but got to try for it. 7. He just doesn't quite get there. That'll bring up Ryan Noda. 210 for Noda, and that's a 1-9 home run, but that's an 18, so he hits it deep to left field, opposite field, but not quite deep enough. 2 down. And that will send up Nick Allen to second base. 4-5, and that's a strikeout for Funderburk. And that's going to end the inning, but the A's pick up the first run of the game. It is now considered earned because Schumann would have, the wild pitch would have put him at third, and the single by Schumann would have scored him, so that run is technically earned. It is an earned run, after all. But it still counts the same whether it's earned or unearned. And here comes Alex Wood. He's going to try to stretch himself to a 6th inning. But the A's bullpen is standing by. They do have right-handed action in their bullpen. Actually, they might stick with a lefty. The way lefties are going against this lineup, they may very well stick with lefties. TJ McFarland is loosening the A's bullpen just in case Wood tires. McFarland would be ready to come on. Oops, got the cards backwards here. So Kyle Farmer will lead things off. That's a 5-8, and that's a strikeout. So another strikeout for Wood, and that is strikeout number 7. What a ball game Wood's pitching. Here's Byron Buxton. 1-5 against the lefty. Another strikeout. 8 strikeouts for Alex Wood. And I wasn't even going to start him in this game. I was going to start somebody else, but I said, no, he started early in the season, so I wanted to give him an early start. And lo and behold, he's paying off. Here's Austin Martin. It's a 4-6 right-handed. 1-6 is a double. That's an 18. It'll be a 2-out single for Austin Martin. Keep in mind that Correa can come in and pinch hit next inning. Right now, Wood trying to hang on. Martin could get a lead here. 4 through 6, he can get that lead. Does not get it. So with 2 outs, Carlos Santana. Chance to do some damage. Santana is 1 for 2. 4-9, switch to batting right-handed. That's a fly to right field, and that's going to end the inning, and that's going to do it for Wood. He's going to go 6 innings of shutout ball. And this from a guy who was 1-3 with a 5.26 ERA. How about that? And TJ McFarland looks like he's the guy that's going to come in and pitch in the 7th. Let's get the numbers on Wood. After I put this fly out to right field in the computer, we'll go to the computer, and the computer will give me his numbers and see what he did. Besides the shutout, 4 hits he allowed, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Excellent outing for Alex Wood. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Funderburk is back out for his 2nd inning of work. And he'll be dealing with Nevin, the bottom of the order, Nevin, Butler, and Bleday. 6-7, right-handed. That's a strikeout. Not sure. Yeah, it looks like you can still see the corners pretty well. 6-7 is a strikeout for Funderburk. And that's going to bring back the top of the order and Mr. Butler, who's 0 for 2. 5-7. Butler, 5-7, left-handed. He hit the sweet spot. 1-10 is a double. That's a 9. It'll be a double for Butler. The Butler did it that time. 1-out double. And that'll send up J.J. Bleday. Funderburk to Bleday. 1-7, and that's a ground ball to second. Look at this. Loaded column 1, and he found a ground ball to second. It will move Butler to third base, but now there are 2 outs. It's going to take a 2-out hit from Langoliers if the A's are going to extend the lead. Langoliers is 0 for 2 with fly to left and a fly to center. Funderburk trying to keep the score 1-0. 6-8, and let's see if that is that Funderburk's injury number. He's probably in the extra pitchers. Funderburk. He's a 5. So let's see what 5 relates to. 5, where are you? On the chart. 5 is a 6-8, and that's exactly what we rolled. So this is an injury check on Funderburk on the 6-8. 6-8, and that's a double to center field by Langoliers. An RBI double. Oakland will increase the lead to 2-0, and now possible injury check on Funderburk. Again, he needs a 6 or less to stay in the game. That's an 8, so he's got to come out of this game, but he will not miss any games after this. He'll probably have to rest because he went an inning and 2/3, so they probably will choose to rest him in the next game. But he's going to come out, and the Twins will go to their bullpen for Jorge Alcala. Alcala will take over for Funderburk. Funderburk goes an inning and 2/3, gives up both runs. So far, he's also responsible for Langoliers. He gave up 4 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. And now Alcala will be facing Brent Rooker, the designated hitter. So let's bring in Mr. Alcala, as Funderburk was probably going to be replaced for ineffectiveness anyway, but added injury to the insult by being injured. And Alcala is coming on, and this will be Alcala's first appearance of the season. So he's got plenty of rest, obviously. He's only got a 1 there, but they're going to try to get 2 innings out of him. 4-6, and he gets Rooker to pop it up to short to end the inning. So at the end of 6, it's Oakland 2 and Minnesota 0. But Alcala did his job, got out of the further mess. And now TJ McFarland is going to come on. He was 2-4, 3.81 no saves in the real 2024 season. TJ McFarland, left-hander, out of the A's bullpen. He's a +3. Langoliers a -2 for a +1. And he'll be facing Jeffers, Miranda, and Castro for the Twins. Action, no. There is no home field advantage in Strat other than the last at bat. That's the only thing that there is no actual role that gives the home team any sort of advantage. I mean, I imagine you could probably homebrew something, but it's not in the rule book per se, or not per se, but at all. But I'm sure there's probably somebody's probably homebrewed something in there for that. But all right, so Alex Wood is done. McFarland's in. He's pitched 1 game, 1 inning pitched, allowed nothing, struck out 1. And here's Jeffers, designated hitter, 3-9, and that's a strikeout. That's the 9th strikeout by the Twins in this game. They are just having all sorts of problems trying to connect with the A's pitching. After they swept through the Marlins 3 games straight, they're finding the competition a little bit tougher here in Oakland. So here's Miranda, 6-8, and let's see, is that McFarland's injury chance? 6-8. McFarland is a 0. He cannot be injured. Okay, so no worries there. 6-8, right-handed, is a fly to right field, and that's 2 away. So McFarland has retired the first 2 he has faced. And here's Willie Castro. Remember, Correa is now eligible to pinch hit, but they want to have people on base before they bring him in. Here's Castro, 4-7, and that's a single, 1-16. So 1-out single for Castro, or 2-out single for Castro, rather. And that's going to bring up Kepler, Max Kepler. Now, do they pull the trigger and use Correa here, or now they're going to let Kepler swing? Farland, 6'5", left-handed. That's a double to center field. Good decision. Double to center by Kepler. Castro was being held. He's a 15, makes him a 14, but 2 outs makes him a 16. The double is gone to center field. Center fielder Blade is a -2, so that drops him back to a 14. But I still think you're talking about a 70% chance of scoring, so they will send him home. A's will throw to the plate 1-14, and he's in there. 20, he's out at the plate. Oh my goodness. Castro is out. Third base coach should be fired. 8-6-2, he is out at the plate. So out at the plate. And that's going to end the inning. Boy, what a way to quell any kind of enthusiasm you might have had. And that's going to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. McFarland will leave. He's 1 inning. He gave up 2 hits, but runs. No walks and a strikeout. And the A's will go to somebody else in their bullpen in the 8th. Twins will come back with Alcala. He only faced 1 batter. So he'll be facing Brown, Schumann, and Noda here in the bottom of the 7th. That's a good point, Midlife. That's a very good point. Very good point. Is Brown 1-8, and that is a ground ball to short. 1-8. And he's out of there. So here's Schumann. Schumann 1 for 2. 4-8, and he's going to line it to third, snagged by Miranda. 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up Ryan Noda. I promise for the next game, the score sheet will not be this messy. I will have whiteout handy. All right, here's Ryan Noda. He's 0 for 2. 6-11. Let's see if Alcala is injured on a 6-11 check. Minnesota, Alcala. No, he's a 1, so 6-12 would be his injury. So 6-11's okay. And it's a fly to center. So 1, 2, 3 inning turned in by Alcala. And that's gonna do it for him. He's gonna go 1 1/3 innings and give up nothing. So we go to the top of the 8th. Still 2-0 Oakland. And Oakland will need a new pitcher for the 8th inning. And let's see who they will turn to. Who's got the rest and who needs the rest. They don't want to use Miller. He's their closer. There go to this guy. I like this name. It's a very interesting name. Very interesting name. If I can find his card, that would help. Gotta find the card. Gotta have the card. I guess I'm not going to go to him because I don't have his card. I don't know where it went. Oh, you know what? I probably sent him down and didn't take him off the computer. That's exactly what happened. I didn't update the computer like I should have. So good thing the undo button is there. All right, so it's not who I wanted to bring in. So we'll bring in somebody else. Probably another lefty, I imagine. Looks like it's going to be Kyle Muller, another left-hander. Muller in the 24 season, 0-1 with a 4.01 ERA and no saves. So Kyle Muller is going to come on. He'll be facing Vasquez, Farmer, and Buxton. Probably can't pinch hit for Vasquez because you'd have to move Jeffers out of catcher, but I guess you could. It's that late in the game. You don't really need a DH. So they may be going for some offense right here, right now. As Vasquez is 0 for 2, so Carlos Correa is going to hit for Vasquez. And that means that Jeffers will come in to catch, and there is no more DH. The pitcher spot will be in the number 8 spot going forward. But the Twins need to try to get there. If they don't score a couple runs, they'll never get back to this spot. So they're going for it right now. Correa will pinch hit here in the 8th. And Jeffers moves to catcher in the bottom of the 8th. So Correa will lead off against the left-hander Muller, and then Kyle Farmer will be called back. And they will use Manuel Margot to pinch hit for him. So we have 2 pinch hitters coming up that are right-handed. Margot will pinch hit, and then they'll have to get another second baseman in the bottom of the 8th. So it's Correa, Margot, and Buxton due up here against Muller. So Correa it is. Could start the game due to rest, but he can come in and pinch hit in the 8th inning for sure. Correa is hitting 7. He's hitting 500, 7 out of 14. A home run and 4 runs batted in. Geographic realignment? I don't think so, Justin. Actually, the next Demolition League, I've already decided it's going to be purely random. I'm going to have a selection show where I found this. I think other people have used it too. It's like this. It's a random name generator on like a wheel, like Wheel of Fortune. You type in the names and you let it spin, and it picks out a thing. And I'm going to pick out the first 10, and first 10 that get picked out are in the league. If I get a team that's crappy, I get a team that's crappy. All right, here is Carlos Correa to pinch hit against Muller. 5-11 struck him out. Another strikeout by Oakland pitching. And Correa will take a seat. Maybe he was too tired to hit. I don't know, but he struck out. 1 away. And that will send us to another pinch hitter, Manuel Margot. Pinch hitting for Farmer. That's a 1-5 against the left-hander, and he's going to get a ground ball to short. And there's now 2 away. I forgot to mention Margot on the replay. Not counting that. Well, I might as well count this at bat too, I guess. Well, now he was 4 for 10. He was hitting 400, but now he's 4 for 11, and he will leave as he is out of there. And back to the top of the order for Byron Buxton. 2 outs, base is cleared. 6-4 against the right-hander is a fly ball center field X. We're looking at Paddack. He's a 4-E6. The 4 is a little problematic when you're in center field. 4-11, though, he might get away with it. 4-11. No, he does not. It's a single. That's the danger you pay by having a 4-rated center fielder. That's a 14, and he is an E6 in center. There is no 14, so it will not be an error, but it will be a 2-out single for Buxton. Muller is a +3 hold. So when you put that with Langoliers -2, he's a +1. Didn't even write him in here. I should have wrote him in here, didn't I? He's a +1, so if Buxton gets the lead, it's a 1-17. So he's going to attempt that lead. He needs to get a 7. Does not get the lead, so he will hold. And here's Austin Martin. 5-7, and that's a strikeout by Muller, and that's going to end the inning. Yet another strikeout by the Twins, and that will end the inning. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. Twins will need a new pitcher, but it's still Oakland 2 and Minnesota nothing. Now Jeffers will come in and catch. I'm hoping the Strat computer will let me do this. I don't think I've tried this on the Strat computer before, where I lost the DH. Let's see, Julian will come on and play second base. Let's see here. We're going to have the new pitcher. And the new pitcher is going to be Caleb Tealbar. See if I can put him in the 9th position and see if he'll let me do that. And if he'll let me put Jeffers as the catcher. Boy, it doesn't like that, does it? Strat Computer, for some reason, is not letting me do this. There might be a separate order I have to do. So I'm going to have to figure this one out. I'll figure that out after the game. Right now, it's not important. Caleb Tealbar will come on. He has pitched 2 innings. I'm sorry, he hasn't pitched anything. He pitched like a third of an inning. No complete innings. His ERA is 27, so he's definitely looking to improve on that. And that can happen when you pitch early in the season. You can get some weird ERAs, that's for sure. So it's left-hander Caleb Tealbar. In the regular season, he was 2-4 with a 5.32 ERA and 3 saves. He'll be on, and he'll be pitching to Allen, Nevin, and Butler in the bottom of the 8th. Caleb Tealbar. So Nick Allen will lead things off. 1-7 against the left-hander. Grounds it back to Tealbar, and there's 1 away. Allen is retired. We go to Tyler Nevin. Oh, hopping dice. Let's re-roll that. 6-9. Let's see if that's his injury factor. 6-9 for Tealbar. He's a 2, so 6-11 would be his injury. So 6 against a righty, but it's a deep drive, but it's only a 1, so he's safe in Oakland. In a smaller ballpark, he'd have been in trouble, but in Oakland, he's okay. 2 outs. Base is clear now for Lawrence Butler. 5-6, lefty on lefty. That's a single. So Butler gets the base hit. He's now 2 for 4. And he's looking to maybe get the lead. He needs a 7. Tealbar is a +4. Hope that red die didn't go through. Let's try again. Needs a 7, doesn't get it. So now here comes J.J. Paddack. 4-6, left-handed, ground ball to second. We are looking at the second baseman, and that's Julian. So let's get Julian's defense because I don't have it out here. And I'm not sure how to pronounce his first name. Eduard Julian, maybe? I don't know. He's a 4E12. I do know that. 4 and 11, he'll get to that. Check the E12. That's a 15. That could be problematic. 4 and 11, he's got it. Second baseman, a 15, and he is an E12. There's a 15 right here. 1 base error on Julian. Inning will continue on the E4. As Julian boots it, and now Langoliers has a chance to extend the lead for the A's. 2 on, 2 outs. That's a 4-3 right-handed fly ball left field X. We are looking at Martin. He's a 3E3. 3 and 11 will get to it. E3 is the question, and that's a 12. No 12, so he makes the catch to end the inning. The error does not come back to bite him. So we go to the top of the 9th, rather, and it is 2-0 Oakland. Tealbar will go 1 inning, give up a hit, nothing else. And now Muller, who pitched 1 inning here, may come back out. Let's see. He didn't have any saves real world, though, so they're going to go to their closer, Mason Miller. He had 28 saves. He was 2-2 with a 2.49 ERA and 28 saves. Mason Miller. So we have Muller, and now we have Miller. Muller, in his 1 inning, gave up a hit, nothing else, struck out 2. And now Miller will be facing Santana, Jeffers, and Miranda for the Twins. Last chance saloon for the Twins. 2-0 ball game, favor the A's. A's trying to give the Twins their first loss. They would tie Minnesota for first place at 3-1 with a victory. The pitch to Santana, 6'8", switch hitter batting left, is a strikeout. I don't think 6'8" is a problem for Miller, but I'll double check it. He's probably 6'12" or something. Let's see here. Miller, he's a 2, so it's actually 6'10". So 6'10" is the entry factor. So Santana is out of there. Now here's Jeffers, the catcher, moved from DH to catcher. That's a 6'8" again, and it's going to be another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts from Mason Miller. And now for the A's, or for the Twins rather, they've struck out 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times they've struck out in this game. And last chance saloon is Jose Miranda. 2-5. 1 is a trip. 1 to 4 is a triple. Anything else is a double. That's a 2. Devil Die comes up as a 2. So Jose Miranda with a 2-out triple, and now the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Castro. Willie Castro. He is the tying run. That's all you can ask for in the 9th inning if you're the visitors, is to get a chance to get that tying run to the plate, and they've done it. Miller to Castro. 5-7, switch hitter batting left is a strikeout. So Miller strikes out the side to end the ball game. A's win it 2-0 over the Twins. Miller gets the save. He does give up that triple, but he strikes out the side. And total of 14 strikeouts for the Twins batters. Alex Wood gets the win. He's 1-0. Paddack, a no decision. Sands, no decision, but Funderburk takes the loss. He's 0-1. And Miller gets the save. And we'll see what kind of how many saves that is for Miller on the replay. That is his second save. So Miller gets save number 2 of the Demolition League in 4 games. He saved 2 out of the 3 A's wins. So both teams now 3-1 as the A's win it by the score of 2-0. We'll get the totals. For Oakland, 2 runs, and I've got them just on 5 hits. Let's double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is correct. 2 runs and 5 hits and no errors. Minnesota had an error on Julian. So for Minnesota, no runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. So game 17 is in the books. Chris Paddack is out 10 games. I'll have to go to their farm system and pick out from the extra players another starter to take his place. And game number 18 will be tomorrow sometime. And it will be from Miami. It'll be the feudal Miami Marlins at 0-3 taking on the 2-1 Los Angeles Dodgers. Left-hander Ryan Weathers for the Marlins, and Gavin Stone, who I know nothing about, for the Dodgers. That'll be game number 18. That'll be tomorrow night. So hope you all enjoyed, despite the messy score sheet. Hope you all enjoyed this presentation of the Demolition League. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to come back with a 1987 game from the 87 replay. I don't want to ignore that completely. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing the 1987 game in the morning and the Demolition game at night. I want to try to get on a schedule similar to that if I can. So tomorrow morning will be the 1987. Not sure what the game is yet till I look it up, but that will be the next game. It'll be something from May the 16th, I think it is. And so 1987 American League replay will be tomorrow in the morning. Don't know exactly the time. And then tomorrow night around 9-ish or so, it'll be Los Angeles and Miami. One thing I do need to figure out is how to, there's got to be a way to do it on the Strat computer. I know they've got to have it in there where you can take the DH out and have the pitcher hit in DH games. When you move a DH to the field, there's got to be a way to do that. So I'm going to tinker around and see if I can figure that thing out so I could put the rest of the game in the computer. If not, I'll have to fudge something and do the best I can with it. But it's not perfect, that's for sure. All right, so that's going to do it from here. Hope you all are having a wonderful evening wherever you are. Hello, Canadian. Yeah, you did come in late if you came in now. This is the game for tomorrow. The game we just played, kind of messy score sheet, but Oakland wins it 2-0 over the Twins. And more add insult to injury, Chris Paddack of the Twins is out 10 games. He pitched 1 inning, and that was it. And he's got to come out and miss a couple of starts. So that's the thing there. But now the Twins are no longer undefeated. No one is undefeated after just 4 games. Nobody's undefeated. Everybody has at least one loss. And the Marlins are the only team without a win. So they're going to try to rectify that tomorrow night against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Although that's a tough task facing the tough Dodgers. I did try that. That's what I tried doing. I tried to move the pitcher. I was trying to move the pitcher. In this case, I think it was, I'm trying to remember what inning I did this. I think it was the ninth. I was trying to move Teal into the pitcher's, into the, not the pitcher spot, but into the number 9 spot. It let me do that, but it would not let me drag the pitcher spot to Thielbar, the little P that's on the thing there. It's giving me a block sign that I can't do it. And when I go to Jeffers, who's the DH, and try to scroll and bring a catcher position up to him, it's giving me the block sign too. So it's not letting me take him out as DH. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to fudge it somehow or another and, figure out how to get this through there. So we'll figure it out somehow or another. When there's a will, there's a way. That's for sure. All right, so that's going to do it from here for tonight. Tomorrow night is Dodgers and Marlins. I will have my whiteout with me, so if players have to be rested, I will have that handy so that we won't have the scratch out problem like we did tonight. And then tomorrow morning, don't forget, is 1987 American League. I'm back to that. Looking forward to get back to that replay. That's as played. That's not Demolition League. That's strictly as played. So we'll see what comes of that. But that's going to do it from here. Hope you all have a great Tuesday night wherever you are. Don't get ahead of myself. I keep forgetting what day it is. It is Tuesday. So hope you have a great Tuesday night. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And I will see you all down the road.